Right now, millions of Americans are receiving unexpected notifications on their phones, and many are dismissing them as spam without realizing they could be missing crucial tax-related communications that might cost them thousands of dollars. The IRS has dramatically upgraded its digital communication infrastructure in 2024 and early 2025, implementing new alert systems that bypass traditional mail entirely. If you haven't checked your phone for these specific notifications, you could be facing penalties, missing refunds, or worse, becoming a target for sophisticated scammers who are exploiting this exact confusion. Before you scroll past this video, ask yourself, when was the last time you actually verified an IRS message on your device? Drop a comment below with "checked" once you've reviewed your alerts. And make sure you're subscribed, because we're about to reveal the 4 critical categories of IRS phone, alerts that are circulating right now, and how to distinguish the real ones from dangerous fakes. Landscape of tax communication has undergone a seismic shift that most taxpayers completely missed while going about their daily lives. For decades, the Internal Revenue Service relied almost exclusively on physical mail. Those intimidating envelopes with the government seal that would arrive weeks or even months after a tax issue emerged. But starting in late 2024, the agency rolled out a comprehensive digital notification system that integrates with multiple platforms, including text messages, email, and even official mobile applications. This transformation wasn't just about convenience. It was a response to mounting criticism about communication delays that left taxpayers in the dark, about urgent matters affecting their financial lives. What makes this shift particularly significant is the timing and context surrounding it. The IRS has been operating under intense pressure to modernize its systems after years of underfunding and technological obsolescence. Congressional allocations from the Inflation Reduction Act provided billions specifically earmarked for upgrading taxpayer services and digital infrastructure. By January 2025, these investments began materializing in ways that directly impact how ordinary citizens interact with the tax system. The agency launched a secure messaging platform that can send authenticated alerts directly to phones registered with taxpayer accounts, creating a real-time communication channel that previous generations of taxpayers never experienced. However, this modernization has created an unexpected vulnerability that criminal organizations were quick to exploit. As legitimate IRS alerts became more common on smartphones, phishing operations intensified their efforts to mimic these official communications with alarming precision. Security researchers documented a 300% increase in IRS-themed scam messages during the first quarter of 2025 alone, with many featuring sophisticated elements like spoofed sender credentials and links to convincing replica websites. The psychological impact of this scam epidemic cannot be overstated. Taxpayers now face a paralyzing dilemma, where ignoring a message might mean missing a legitimate deadline, but clicking a link could compromise their entire financial identity. The first category of authentic IRS phone alerts relates to account verification and identity confirmation procedures. In response to massive identity theft problems that plagued previous tax seasons, the agency implemented a multi-factor authentication system that occasionally requires taxpayers to verify their identity through their registered mobile devices. These alerts typically arrive when someone attempts to access your tax account information online, when a return is filed using your social security number, or when significant changes are requested to your taxpayer profile. The messages contain specific reference numbers and direct you to secure portals rather than asking for sensitive information within the text itself. Understanding the technical architecture behind these verification alerts helps distinguish them from fraudulent attempts. Legitimate IRS identity alerts originate from a limited set of official shortcodes and email domains that are publicly documented on the IRS website. They never request passwords, PIN numbers, or credit card information through the message itself. Instead, they provide a secure pathway to the official IRS website, where you can log in using credentials you previously established. The verification process typically involves answering security questions based on your tax history, confirming recent transactions, or providing documentation that proves your identity through the official upload portal. The second category involves payment notifications and refund status updates that represent the most financially consequential alerts taxpayers receive. During the 2025 filing season, the IRS began sending real-time notifications when direct deposit refunds are processed, when paper checks are mailed, or when payment installment agreements are due. These alerts have proven incredibly valuable for taxpayers who previously had to constantly check the "Where's my refund" tool or wait anxiously by the mailbox. The system can notify you within hours of your refund being approved, giving you advance notice about when funds will hit your bank account. What many taxpayers don't realize is that these payment alerts also include critical information about unexpected issues that could delay or reduce your refund. If the IRS identifies a discrepancy on your return, offsets your refund to pay other federal or state debts, or flags your return for additional review, the alert system now provides immediate notification rather than letting you discover the problem weeks later through traditional mail. This real-time communication allows you to respond quickly, submit additional documentation, or contact the agency before minor issues escalate into major complications. The alerts include specific codes that correspond to the type of issue detected, along with instructions for accessing detailed explanations through your online account. The third category centers on compliance notifications and deadline, reminders that help taxpayers avoid penalties and interest charges. Throughout the year, the IRS sends alerts about upcoming estimated tax payment deadlines, quarterly filing requirements for self-employed individuals, and annual deadlines for retirement account contributions that affect your tax liability. These proactive notifications represent a fundamental shift in how the agency approaches taxpayer assistance, moving from a purely enforcement-oriented model to one that actually helps people meet their obligations before problems develop. Small business owners and gig economy workers particularly benefit from these alerts, as they navigate complex quarterly tax requirements that previously caught many people by surprise. The sophistication of these compliance alerts extends beyond simple deadline reminders. The system can analyze your previous filing patterns and send customized notifications based on your specific tax situation. If you've historically claimed certain deductions or credits, the alerts might remind you about documentation requirements or changing eligibility rules that could affect your current year return. For taxpayers with installment agreements, the system monitors your payment compliance and sends alerts before missed payments trigger default proceedings that could result in levy actions or other collection activities. This proactive approach has measurably reduced the number of taxpayers who unintentionally fall out of compliance simply because they lost track of deadlines or didn't understand their year's obligations. The fourth, and perhaps most important, category involves security alerts and fraud, prevention notifications that protect your taxpayer, identity from criminal exploitation. The IRS alert system now monitors for suspicious activity associated with your social security number, including attempts to file returns in your name, applications for employer identification numbers using your identity, or requests to change bank account information associated with your tax records. When the system detects potentially fraudulent activity, it immediately locks your account and sends alerts through multiple channels to verify whether you authorized the suspicious action. This rapid response capability has prevented billions of dollars in fraudulent refunds from being issued to criminals using stolen identities. These security alerts require immediate attention because time is critical when dealing with tax identity theft. If you receive a notification about suspicious activity and don't respond within the specified time frame, the IRS may take protective actions that could delay your legitimate refund or complicate your filing process. The alerts provide step-by-step instructions for verifying your identity and confirming or denying the flagged activity. In cases where fraud is confirmed, the notification includes information about obtaining an identity protection PIN, a unique 6-digit code that must be entered on your tax return to verify that you, and not an imposter, filed the return. This additional security layer has proven highly effective at preventing subsequent fraud attempts once your identity has been compromised. Now that we've covered the 4 main categories of legitimate IRS alerts, the critical question becomes how to distinguish authentic notifications from the tsunami of scams flooding smartphones across the country. Security experts emphasize that the IRS will never initiate contact through text message or email to request sensitive financial information, demand immediate payment through specific methods like gift cards or cryptocurrency, or threaten arrest and legal action through digital messages. Authentic IRS alerts serve informational purposes and direct you to official channels for taking action, while scam messages create artificial urgency and pressure you to make immediate decisions without time for verification. The technical indicators of authentic IRS communications provide additional verification methods beyond just evaluating the message content. Legitimate text alerts come from a limited set of short codes that the IRS publicly lists on its official website, specifically in the section addressing taxpayer authentication and secure access. Email communications from the IRS originate from domains ending in IRS, gov, and contain digital signatures that can be verified through email security features. The agency has also implemented a forwarding system where suspicious emails can be sent to phishing.airs.gov for verification, and the IRS will respond indicating whether the communication was legitimate or a scam attempt. Taking proactive steps to secure your IRS account dramatically reduces your vulnerability to both scams and legitimate security threats. Creating an online account at irs.gov allows you to opt into the official alert system, ensuring you receive authentic notifications through verified channels. Within your online account, you can review your tax transcripts, verify your filing history, and confirm that no fraudulent returns have been filed using your identity. The account setup process requires strong identity verification, including answering specific questions based on your credit history and tax records that only you should be able to answer correctly. Once established, this account becomes your authoritative source for IRS communications, eliminating uncertainty about whether messages you receive are legitimate. Beyond individual account security, understanding the broader context of IRS modernization, efforts helps taxpayers navigate this evolving landscape. The agency's transformation extends far beyond just alert systems, encompassing artificial intelligence-powered return review, expanded online services, and dramatically improved customer service capabilities. By early 2025, the IRS doubled its customer service staffing and implemented callback technology that eliminates the notorious hold times that previously made phone contact nearly impossible. These improvements mean that when you receive an alert requiring action, you can actually reach a human representative who can provide personalized assistance rather than being trapped in an automated system or waiting hours on hold. The implications of these changes extend into how tax professionals and preparers interact with the system on behalf of their clients. Enrolled agents, certified public accountants, and other tax professionals can now receive authorized alerts about their clients' accounts, enabling them to respond quickly to issues that might otherwise go unnoticed until they become serious problems. This professional notification system requires explicit authorization from the taxpayer, but creates a valuable safeguard where your tax advisor can monitor for issues and take immediate corrective action. For complex tax situations involving businesses, estates, or intricate investment portfolios, this professional alert access has become an invaluable tool for maintaining compliance and avoiding costly penalties. Looking forward, the IRS has announced plans to further expand its digital communication capabilities throughout 2025 and beyond, including integration with digital wallet applications, enhanced mobile app functionality, and even voice-activated systems that can provide basic account information through smart speakers. These advancing technologies promise even more convenient access to tax information, but also create new vectors for potential security breaches and scam attempts. Staying informed about official IRS communication methods and maintaining healthy skepticism about unexpected messages will remain essential skills for protecting your financial security in an increasingly digital tax environment. The bottom line is that IRS phone alerts represent both a valuable tool for managing your tax obligations and a significant security challenge requiring vigilant attention. By understanding the four main categories of legitimate alerts, learning to identify authentic communications, securing your online IRS account, and staying informed about the agency's evolving digital services, you can leverage these new tools while protecting yourself from the sophisticated scams that exploit the same technology. Check your phone now for any pending IRS alerts.